Good morning. So coming live today with my L.O.R.E report. I'm calling it the L.O.R.E report now because it's awesome. And I don't know why I never did this before. I've been a realtor for 7 years and I never figured out that L.O.R.E is the language of real estate. How cool is that? But today I'm doing a L.O.R.E report on Fairport. I've decided that I'm going to start getting a lot more local when I do these because it really doesn't do anyone a benefit to talk about a county entirely. You know, if I were to talk about Livingston County, it'd be too big. Really, you got to talk about Geneseo, and really more specifically, you got to talk about the village of Geneseo versus the rest of Geneseo. And you know, so today I'm talking about Fairport because I love Fairport, and that's just what I feel like talking about today. So I'm going to do that. A lot of people ask me, and I love when people ask me, like, how's the market? Well, it's really good and everything. It depends if you're buying or selling and where, but it really depends exactly on specifically what you're buying or selling. Specifically. So getting into facts here. I'm going to talk about Fairport. So right now in Fairport, there are exactly 10 listings for sale. Okay, so we can look at those quick and we can see 10 houses for sale in Fairport. Variety of different shapes and sizes. We got a 5,900 square foot house in Fairport for sale. It's $699,900, right? There's another one here for $750,000, but what if you're shopping for under 200? Then the rest of these don't matter at all. So we have to go back and tighten up our criteria, okay? Are we looking for, oh, I only have, oh, so all right, so the 10 was just ranches. All right, let's do this again. Let's get more specific. Come on, just nothing. Thank you. 50 houses for sale. I knew that didn't sound right. So there's 50 houses for sale in Fairport. All right, variety of different shapes and sizes. But let's go back because the whole point of this was to do ranches. So doing the ranch, there's 10 of those. Now, if you want a attached garage with 2 cars plus, like a lot of people do, now you're down to 8. I'm looking right here, 8. All right, and here's where they are, right? Boom. There's your 8. All right. Going back to criteria again, how's the market in Fairport for ranches that have 2+ car garages that are attached? All right. There's 8 available. Well, how are they selling? Well, it looks like we've sold 15 of them in the last 2 or so months. Wow. So there's only 8 available and we're selling about 8 a month. Okay. So now how long has the market been like this in Fairport for ranches with 2+ car garages? Well, 49 over the last year. So over the last year, that's closings now. That's 4 a month, just ranches. And then you got to add in the ones that have sold in the last 60 to 90 days, and you come up with an interpretation of this data. And that might be the most boring thing that I could possibly say today. And if anybody's actually still watching, how you interpret that data is what it really means when someone asks you, how's the market? It really means, what's the absorption rate? Here's some high-tech stuff for you. High-tech means I'm using pen and paper. By the way, I have these pens, right? I've got pens with my brokerage name on them. If you guys are at work and you need some pens, let me know. I'll stop by and I'll get you some. But if you have 0 to 3 months supply of housing, right, you have a seller's market. When we did ranches in Fairport, there's 8 available. We're selling 15 or so every 2 months, about 7, 8 a month. you have about 2 months supply. It's a seller's market in Fairport. If you have 3 to 6 months of supply on the market, that's a balanced market. A lot more supply can come on the market in Fairport with ranches, and we'd still have a seller's market, or at very worst, a balanced market. Because right now we're selling 15 or so every 2 months, 7 or 8 a month, ranches in Fairport with 2+ car garages. So if we're doing that and we continue to sell 7 or 8 houses a month and we don't list any, we're going to be out of houses in about a month. So there's 1 month supply. So a lot of houses would have to be listed. They'd have to list 25 ranches in Fairport right now to even come close to edging out the 3 month supply that it would take to still be a seller's market, but not yet even a balanced market. Now, if you have 6+ months of supply, my handwriting is terrible. Why am I even showing you what I wrote? That's what I wrote. That's why I type. But if you have 6+ months of supply, so right now that'd mean about 90 ranches in Fairport would have to list in order to have a buyer's market in Fairport. There would have to be 90. But that's another way to interpret data. Now, you can even interpret it differently. You could say that if 90 houses were available on, right now, ranches in Fairport were available in Fairport, then it would actually, the demand is bigger than it seems right now, because a lot of people are discouraged a little bit because it is such a seller-friendly market. But the point is, we could actually be selling more than that. We don't even have the true demand scaled in our data. All right, enough data. If you are interested in the real estate market, let's have one of these conversations together, because I'll do a Zoom meeting with you, and I'll show you specifically if you're looking for a ranch with a 2-car garage in Fairport, or if you're looking for a blank in, Webster or a Brockport, or I work everywhere, so I'm not afraid to drive to you. I'll even come to your house and tell you what your house is worth based on real interpretation of data by an expert, and I'll deliver you a pen to your work too. So if you guys need pens at your office, we got pens. If you want to know what your house is worth, we can tell you that too. Thanks for playing. Like my page. Check out my YouTube channel. If you like market stuff and you like data like this and you like real estate stuff, check out Upstate New York Real Estate Raw. That's my YouTube channel. And thanks for watching.